My eBay sales are so slow right now. This month has not been good for sales. It's quite a bummer, but that has not kept me out of the thrift stores. Let's be real here. So I wanted to share my thrifting haul. I've been to the thrift store 3 times this week, which is a lot. But yesterday I went on a road trip to Flagstaff again with my cousin and got a few things. And then this morning I went to the Salvation Army. They had a 50% off sale. So let's take a look at what I found. All right, first up was really excited to find these. They are Roback. Roback is a great brand to find. It even has a cute little thing on that they usually have. I've only found the polos. I paid $6.99, and sadly I noticed there was a hole in the kind of the inseam area. So very sad about that. I don't know, would you guys still list these? So there's that. And then I found these. These are a brand called Vilebrequin. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. I have found their shirts before. They sell at a decent price point. And this I didn't realize was new with tags. Little new with tags. It's a Beach Boy short. And I paid $8.99. They're brand new, and I saw a pair just like this that were kids that sold for $50. So I'll probably end up listing these for about $70. And I think I told you $8.99. And then I found these chubby shorts on my way out. I love chubbies. They usually sell pretty well. These are a size medium, and I got them for $6.99. I do usually use a 20% off coupon when I check out, so. Then I found this Sunday Swagger polo. I sold this Sunday Swagger polo pretty quickly the other day. It was a women's one, so I picked this one up. Although my partner was like, why'd you get that? So, Sunday Swagger. It's a large. I paid $7.99. And this I picked up just because the print was really cool. It's not vintage. It's like a retro style. Long sleeve. It's called 90s Kid by Brand Makers. I paid $6.99 for it. Yeah, so really cool. Obviously, I like the LA side since I'm from LA. Anyway, I'm sure that will sell at some point. And then I found a vintage Winnie the Pooh nursery set. This is like the front crib part and then the sides. And then I found the sides one. Really cute print. Vintage Winnie the Pooh stuff does well. I saw like full sets selling for like $400, so I'll probably list this one around $200 and see what happens. And then I found this real leather dress. It's by the brand Walter Baker, New York. It's a size 0. It is real leather. I found this on my way out at the store today. It says 100% leather cure, C-U-I-R. I don't know. Anyway, super cute dress. And then I found this cute little Abercrombie and Fitch little top. Found that on my way out. I found these really adorable. They're like a flared leg, wide leg. They are like a Y2K low rise. Love the detail there. The brand is Indigo Blue, Indigo Palms. They are size 28 waist. Really cute details, very nice denim. Yeah. And then I found this 100% cashmere sweater. I forget where ChatGPT said it was. And then I found this 100% cashmere sweater. It's so soft. It's a cute basic. This is the brand. And so I picked that up. This was half price, so $4.50. And then I found this red leather, real leather fringe vest. The brand is Berek. And I got this for $3.50. And then I got this Maeve little sweater top for $3.50. Maeve is a brand from Anthropologie. Really nice piece. All right, that is my haul. Now let's get into talking about how dead eBay has been. I know it's a little dramatic, but it has been painfully slow. And I know I'm not the only one. I've heard a lot of resellers talking about this. A lot of people are mad at eBay. I don't know if it's the algorithm or if there's too much competition in clothing or it's just a summer slowdown. I guess we'll find out when the summer is over and see if things pick up. This month I had my best month yet. I hit $3,000 and I'm trying really hard to hit that again this month. But August is really making me work for it. But some exciting news, I am finally a Poshmark ambassador. I got my item that I purchased so I can do a love note, and that was my final thing that needed to be done this week. I had Nifty do all the automation, and within, I think, about 2 weeks, I got the Poshmark ambassador status. So I'm really hoping that helps boost my Poshmark sales. All right, I just took a look at my Nifty, and the total for the month right now is saying $768.31. I should have around $1,300 by now, and so I am at about half of where I should be, so I really need to come up with a plan for the rest of the month. I still need to make about $130 a day at this rate, so I may have to start supplementing DoorDash a little bit more to hit that goal. Because although it's not impossible right now with how slow it is, I don't want to say it. I don't want to not have hope. But doing $130 a day for the next 14 days is teetering unrealistic. But there are some things that are still moving, so let's take a look and see what sold this week. All right, we had to move so I can see my computer. Last week we left off and I had made $298.08 for the first week of August, and we left off with a Cirque du Soleil shirt. So after that I sold a pair of Hollister longboard shorts, and I sold those for $18. I paid $2.50, and I made a profit of $11.90. And I sold a pair of Lululemon, like ABC style pants, and they sold for $31. I paid $6.20, and I made a profit of $24.80. I am still all about accepting offers, so just to keep the ball rolling, my mantra has been, do I want to hang on to this item or do I want to go thrifting? And let's be real, we want to go thrifting, especially with all the sales happening this week. So, all right, next item was a pair of Carhartt Relaxed Fit shorts. I sold those for $9, and I paid about bins pricing, so about $3. And why does it say that I made $17 on that? Oh, it's because of shipping. I don't know. Sometimes the numbers are off. Oh, it's whenever eBay. Okay, I've been trying to figure this out on Nifty, like why the numbers are a little bit off sometimes, and it's usually the eBay orders. I'm seeing now that since they collect shipping, my total profit on Nifty is including shipping. So that makes things a little complicated when I'm just looking at Nifty. I'd have to end up, I think, inputting the amount I spent on shipping for that item or all my items in order to get that number correctly. So that is good to know. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So for that Carhartt one, actually, if I sold it for $9 and I paid $3, I only made about, what is that, $5? $6? I'm bad at math. Alright, let's go to the next item. I sold a packed skirt, and I took an offer for $20, and I paid $3.50 for that. And so I made a profit of $12.92. And then I took an offer for this Columbia jacket. I got this at the last Salvation Army, $2.99 for all clothing sale, and that is the only reason I picked this up. But I took an offer for $25, paid $3, and I made about $20.60. And then I sold these pair of linen pants. These were in my booth originally, and someone bought them for $16.14. And I only paid like $1. I think I got them at the bins. So I made about $15. Then I sold a Lucky Brand linen shirt. This sold for $16. I paid $3 for it. So I ended up making $9.81. And then I sold that Rowback polo that I got the other day for $30. And I paid about $6.50. So I made about $23 on that item. And then I sold a pair of 511 tactical strike pants for $20. I paid $3 for that. So I ended up making $13.30. And then I sold a San Francisco Giants youth sweatshirt. I took an offer for $10, and I made about $7 on that. I think I got that at the bins, or I paid a few dollars at the thrift for that. And that was like a really older item, so it took a long time to sell. I also sold a pair of Piranha shorts, and I got those at the bins. I sold them for $18, bought them for like $1, made $17 on them. And then I sold a pair of Allbirds natural running shorts for $20. I paid $4 for those, so I end up making about $16. And then I sold a board game that I found recently. It was new in box, sealed. Someone paid $35 for it. I paid, I believe, $6. I may have even basically got it for free because I remember I had like a $4 credit at Salvation Army that I used. So I ended up selling that. $35, made a profit of about $29. It says here, anyway. Then I sold a pair of Oakley golf shorts for $13, made a profit of about $10. And then I sold this linen blouse that I got at one of the sales. I sold it for $21, and I paid $3, and I made about $13 on that. And then I sold a Free People printed dress, honeysuckle printed dress. I just got that like 2 days ago. I took an offer for $45, and I made a profit of $47. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's another eBay one. That's not right. So I spent, oh, I didn't put my custom goods in there. I had to have spent like $6, so I made about $39 on that dress. And then last but not least, I sold a Stussy sweatshirt that I found at the bins for $18. I paid about probably $3 because it was in California, and our bin prices are a little bit higher over there. So I made about $14 on that. And that's our sales. So part of the haul that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video was from a 50% off clothing sale that they have at Salvation Army. But I was very good at the sale. I tried really hard to make sure that my items would sell for at least $25, or they had a really high sell-through rate, or it was just a really unique item that I couldn't leave behind. And when prices are like between $3.50 and $4.50 a piece, it is so hard not to leave it behind. But I only ended up spending $35. I've been sourcing quite a bit this month already compared to July. So I need to be really good about continuing to list about 10 items a day. Like I said before, we ended the last video at $298.08. After week 2 of August, we made $768.31 towards my $3,000 goal. So thanks for following on my journey of growing my eBay business to try to make this a full-time, consistent income. I'm still hoping I'll meet that $3,000 goal, so I better get to it. I've got money to make. I'll see you guys next week.